Alright, guys, we're really just doing absolutely anything to get our slot for the day, and there is, as of the time you're recording this, there is really not that much to talk about. It's early March, so we're in a bit of a drought period, so we've got something chill. Apparently, this is called Meet the New Face of Twitch. This is a video by Birdman, and apparently there's like a new Twitch ambassador, so, I don't know. I guess I'm curious about it, dude. We're really fucking just doing anything to get some drama for the day.
Alright, what's going on, guys? We had some groundbreaking news from Twitch today. I didn't even know they had this program or whatever it is. I don't ever remember hearing about it. Maybe we have a long time ago or something. But I guess Twitch has some sort of ambassador program where they select...
Well, I mean, ambassador is like the upgrade to Twitch partner. And that's like the people they really, really want to represent Twitch. Personally, I think Twitch overall as a platform is kind of cringe. If you're going to stream on any platform, do it on YouTube. YouTube is, like, the best platform to have, like, some monetary gain easily. Like, the money is better. The overall system on YouTube is better. Now, if you stream on Twitch, that's cool and all, you know, obviously, but I think you should set it up in a way where you can stream on both because, again, the monetary gain on YouTube is just way, way better, in my personal opinion.
Certain streamers to represent them. Obviously, we all know what an ambassador is. But in regards to Twitch, I don't know who else is a part of it. You know, people like Pokimane, I'm guessing, Hassan. But they welcomed in a new ambassador today. Some of you may recognize her. I actually did not know who she was.
I didn't know who she was either. I mean, looking at the thumbnail, I assume she's probably from, like, Japan, maybe. I could be totally wrong on that. That's going to be embarrassing if I get that part wrong.
Till I seen people freaking out in the comments and the quotes, but I have done my research on her now, right before I started making this video. You know, I always want to make sure I'm as educated as possible on a topic before I make a video, so I spent a little bit looking around at her history, some of her previous work. But yeah, let me go ahead and introduce you to Twitch's newest ambassador.
Hi, my name is Kaho Shibuya. My Twitch handle is...
Oh. Well then.
at Shibuya_Kaho.
Alright, well, I mean, God bless, you know, she obviously has been, she seems like she's been around for a while. I think she's literally literally about to say it.
And I have been streaming since 2020.
Wow. That's a long time to stream. I guess COVID must have inspired her. It's insane how COVID changed the trajectory of the world. I always picture a world without COVID. Like, what would have happened if the pandemic never spread? Like, would we be in different places in life? Probably. Like, most definitely. I think so.
Okay, I'm not going to play the whole clip because it's like 2 minutes long. If you really care that much, it's on Twitter. I even quoted it. It's very easy to find. But I think I've shown enough for you to kind of get the picture here. So, some of you may find her a bit familiar. Apparently, she is a pretty well-known Japanese, let's call it movie star. You know what I mean? A very specific type of films that she starred in, right? I did some...
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, hey, listen, I don't judge. You know, sometimes, I mean, like, God bless, do what you gotta do. You gotta play into your assets a little bit. And also, she streams on Twitch as well, so that's, like, a good place to market that sort of thing for many people. I mean, look at Morgue Pie, for instance. You know, she's doing fairly well, it seems. So, yeah, I mean, God bless.
Research. So apparently she participated in these films from 2014 to 2018. She is now retired from that profession and she has moved on to streaming on Twitch. You know, I've never really been a fan of the Japanese version of these films because they blur it. I don't like that. You kind of ruin it.
Do they actually blur it? That's actually... That's not true. I don't know. That can't be right. I don't know, maybe I don't participate. Listen, when it comes to anime in particular, I tend to avoid anime style, that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like you want to avoid that completely just because you risk running into... there's a lot of anime porn that depicts, like, underage people. So you got to be careful with that sort of thing. So I tend to just avoid that as a whole to not run into that issue. But when it comes to the live action stuff, I didn't know that they fucking blur it. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I do remember stumbling upon something a long time ago, back in, like, I think 2018. Yeah, 2018. I think I stumbled upon something and they did censor it, and it was Japanese, like live action. Yeah, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, now that you mention it, I think I do remember it.
For me, like, that's what I'm there for. Like, I gotta see the meat. Well, shit, I mean, that sounds kind of crazy to say it like that, but like you get. You get.
I mean, it's okay. You can say it. Like, I mean, maybe Birdman is like scared to get like demonetized on YouTube or something. I don't fucking know.
What I'm saying, right? Like, I need to see what's going on. So I've never really understood why.
This guy's a bit of a gooner. I kind of respect it. He's like openly a gooner, but he's like trying not to get demonetized either.
Why people enjoyed that very specific type, you know what I mean? Because, like, you're watching, but you can barely even see what the hell is going on. Like, what's the point? I don't know. Anyways, let's not get sidetracked on that. Here's her little announcement tweet. I thought it was kind of funny. I'm not going to read it out, but she refers to herself as a die-hard introvert. I'm going to be honest, I don't think you get to claim introvert when we literally seen you swallowing dozens of meat on cam.
Well, I mean, they do say that shy people are the freakiest, so I don't know. I don't think it's completely far-fetched to say that. Also, I wonder, does Birdman show the rest of her like Twitch ambassador video? I don't think he does. I'm curious. Now I want to look. I want to look at this like Twitch ambassador video for ourselves before we continue watching this. I am curious. All right, well, I found the video on Twitter. We might as well watch the video. I mean, like, fuck it. Like, I think we have to see the full context to really understand what we're looking with. I pray to God it doesn't show porn along the way, but, fuck it. That's the risk I'm taking.
My name is Kaho Shibuya. My Twitch handle is at Shibuya_Kaho.
Underbar? Oh, there might be, like, a language barrier. Maybe she doesn't know what underscore is. That's fair enough, I guess. I'll extend some grace. I won't get on her ass too much for that. You know, I understand English is not everybody's first language. I totally understand.
And I have been streaming since 2020. I am from Tokyo, born and bred.
Born and bred. All right. Well, God bless. You know, I have to go to Tokyo someday. We going east, baby. Not really. Not like the way Legal Mindset does it.
So I play games, and whenever I play games, it tends to be...
Wait, hold on. Jesus, fuck. Hold on a second. Alright, I understand. You know, I was thinking to myself, you know, I do wonder, what was Twitch thinking, like, when they pick their Twitch ambassadors? Because it sometimes feels like they pick Twitch ambassadors and they don't really know what they're doing. But I completely get it now. After seeing this clip right here, opened my eyes as to why she is Twitch ambassador. And honestly, maybe Twitch is onto something. Maybe I really do have to go east. I don't know.
Definitely longer than 5 hours. Just chatting. I had just chatting for more than 10 hours.
Oh my gosh, Jesus fuck. I have to focus on the mission.
Too. I was streaming outside, and people can travel Japan vicariously through me. Not just in Japan. When I travel outside of Japan, when I go to convention in the US or Taiwan.
Ah, nice. Conventions at the US. Oh, and she's a cosplayer. I mean, it makes sense that she's a cosplayer. I feel like a lot of cosplayers kind of dive into the realm of adult films, we'll say.
Then I can take you there, and yeah, it's like spending.
Oh yeah, this is like absolute goon bait.
Almost all the time with my chat.
I guess anything could be goon bait if you really tried hard enough.
Just so many good things. Yeah, it's happening right now, and you're sharing your moment right now with people all over the world. And you get a reaction right away. There's nothing like that. You get to share the moment with somebody all the time. Yeah, whatever you do. And that is...
I feel like she's definitely a lot more self-aware than she's coming off as when she streams on Twitch. She's definitely, I don't know.
Truly the best part. And my chat...
Which I'm not complaining, by the way. Like, God bless. You know, it seems to be working as a marketing strategy. Like, God bless.
That is very supportive. You see the support all the time. It just makes you so happy. The great thing about Twitch, because I don't stream on other platform, is you get to connect with other streamers so easily.
Ah, fuck that shit. I don't want to connect with anybody else on Twitch. Bro, they're all fake there. Damn.
Like, you don't have...
I guess, to be fair, maybe the spaces that she hangs out in, or maybe, like, some of her spheres are less fake because, like, she streams around, like, Japan, so maybe she connects with more Japanese-oriented streamers, perhaps. Maybe the spaces there are much better than the ones I hung out in, so Fair enough, I guess. She probably has a better experience than I do.
To do collaboration necessary. You don't have to co-stream, even just like a rating and saying hi, and like, you can do shout out. It's just so easy to connect with other streamers, growing your community. So I hope you enjoy being a part of a community or starting your own community. And I hope you visit my community on Twitch.
All right, God bless. Well, I listen, after seeing that video, I think I understand Twitch's perspective. I think Dan Clancy knows what he's doing here. I think Dan Clancy like understood some of the assignment. He may ruin his marriage in understanding this assignment, but he understood it nonetheless. And well, I don't know. I just think that maybe I don't know. I think that there's a deeper understanding I have of Dan Clancy after watching this video, we'll say.
It feels a little bit contradictory. It feels more like, you know, when these girls try to be like relatable to the nerds or whatever, they're like, oh, let me just say I'm an introvert, and then, you know, all the little nerds will see that and they'll like me. They'll be like, oh yeah, she's an introvert just like me. Oh,
I mean, maybe it works. Maybe some women, I've seen some like really, really hot women like not prefer like the typical jock alpha male jacked guy that like works out and talks a lot and goes outside a lot. I mean, I'm sure some girls prefer that guy, and honestly, if they do, like, I don't judge. You know, everybody has their preferences, but there are some really hot girls who prefer like nerdier guys and like guys that don't really do that sort of thing. I guess, I don't know. I get everybody's got a preference at the end of the day. It's not so black and white.
she likes video games. Oh, she likes anime. Oh,
You shouldn't get into a conversation about toxic masculinity this time around.
she's so shy and quirky. Oh my god. Maybe she's gonna go out with me one day. Like, brother, I've seen her asshole, okay?
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you have. Wait, but didn't you say it was censored in the live action videos that you looked at? I assume he probably looked at, like, some leak websites or something. I don't know.
Not shy. Actually, you know what? I can't even say that. I haven't seen it because they blurred that shit out.
Okay, I was about to say, like, I thought you said they blurred it.
But yeah, anyways, I just thought that was a funny little statement that she included in her announcement. Now, the bottom line here is, I don't think it's like so crazy that she's a streamer, right? There's plenty of streamers that have this same type of history. Sasha Grey streams a lot now, but she's like an OG. I mean, I think she may have been like the first one to start.
I think Sasha Grey is a little bit obnoxious. She's a bit of a Hassan guzzler, which is like, whatever, it is what it is. But, you know, that kind of content doesn't really resonate with me that much. But whatever, I don't think it's that deep. I don't really, like, have a deep hate for her.
Streaming, she's been streaming for a long time, I'm pretty sure, but you know, she like a OG. There's probably people that like discover her today and they don't even know anything about her. They might think she's just like a regular like e-girl streamer playing games or whatever. They have no clue about what went down 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, I don't even know, a long time ago. But you know, there's like a handful. I know like Adriana Chechik, remember she like broke her back or whatever the fuck happened at Twitch.
Oh yeah, because TwitchCon had like a fucking ball pit, and she jumped into the ball pit and she broke her back because the ball pit was not built properly and Twitch failed to account for the logistics of the ball pit. Bro, Twitch is so fucking incompetent. All right, you know, I hate Dan Clancy again. You know, here's the thing. I have to remember, you know, Dan Clancy may have understood the assignment this time around, but all you have to do is just remember all the horrible shit and the horrible history with TwitchCon, and then that will get you to remember, wow, Dan Clancy is actually a piece of shit.
I know she streams, so I guess not like the craziest thing that they stream or anything. I mean, it actually makes a lot of sense, right? Like, they already have like a pretty strong built-in fan base, you know, from their previous work, so I think it's pretty easy to carry that over to streaming. Like, that's definitely a very strong, passionate fan base that would love to speak to you and see more of you, you know what I mean? Like, that might be one of the strongest fan bases. A little bit too strong, you know what I mean? You're definitely gonna get some freaks coming over and being weird and shit. That's how you get the stalkers and shit. But, you know, it's a trade-off because, you know, you're also going to get the freaks that are going to be sending hella money thinking they got a chance with you or whatever. So, you know, I guess it's kind of a trade-off. But anyways.
Well, I mean, that is what OnlyFans... Like, you could say that about OnlyFans. Like, that is almost what OnlyFans is exclusively. It is exclusively a parasocial experience to the person that is purchasing said OnlyFans. So, I think it's just important to bring that up.
I do think it's kind of crazy they made her an ambassador, right? Like, hey, you're one of the faces of our platform, because...
I mean, I'm not that surprised by it. Dan Clancy is like super fucking gooner porn brain, so it's like he's had a lot of streamers represent him. Like fucking Morgpie is on Twitch or whatever, and she was like basically finding all kinds of crazy loopholes to have softcore porn on Twitch, basically. So, like, listen, there's tons of other streamers that do the same thing. I'm sure it's not exclusively Morgpie, and I quite frankly don't even blame Morgpie for finding these loopholes, because at the end of the day, it's the fault of Twitch that allows this kind of shit to happen to begin with. So, yeah.
They've been trying to move away from that whole, like, you know, hot tub girls and the ASMR girls and all those type of girls. If you go look on Twitch these...
Bro, I almost did a hot tub stream. I said at 10,000 followers I'd do a hot tub stream with somebody, and then that wound up never happening because I got canceled on my old Twitch platform, so sad stuff.
Days, they're not really on there anymore. Like, I think it's still like a little bit, but like, I don't know where all like the big streamers for that went. Did they just like quit doing that, or they're all on Kick? Because I know it's still wild on Kick. It's like absurd on Kick, but on Twitch they kind of stopped doing that. Like, it's not too crazy. I mean, disclaimer, I've never watched any of her actual streams, but she did include a few clips in her little Twitter announcement video, and from what I could tell from these clips, I mean, she is playing games, but I wouldn't say the gameplay is the main focus of the stream. I know...
Yeah, from the very few clips I've seen, I get the message, you know. I listen, they understood the assignment. They understood it.
Noticed that she seems to have some sort of issue with her clothing, where every shirt that she owns has a giant hole in the front.
Yeah. I know.
I don't know what happened to all of these shirts. I mean, my clothing doesn't seem to have that problem, but, you know, for some reason, I don't know, she keeps having issues with her shirts. But yeah, I don't know if...
Well, she didn't have that problem with her Chainsaw Man cosplay, though you could say some of the movements she was doing with her Chainsaw Man cosplay was some level of gooner bait, we'll say. It is what it is.
I don't remember if I made a video on this or I just talked about it on Twitter and on stream or whatever.
What a weird react, man. Like, what are we doing? Bro, you know that Slop is fucking, like, dead for the day when we're just reacting to some fucking person that does Goonerbait and OnlyFans, and that becomes the Twitch ambassador, and that's, like, the news of the day. Like, what are we fucking doing? It's so crazy that, like, drama is just so dry lately.
But maybe, like, a year ago... Actually, maybe longer than that. I think this was during MW3, so maybe like a year and a half ago, maybe almost 2 years ago or something. I got banned on Twitch, one of my many bans. I don't know how many times I've been banned now, like 4 times. It's always for something stupid, I swear. But I was streaming rank play, and I was putting like random e-girls streams in my corner and like pretending that they were playing and that was my face cam or whatever. And we were trying to like bait people because it was like late at night. It was probably like 4 o'clock at night or whatever. I was about to...
That's probably why. I think Twitch didn't like that you were trying to bait people, and Twitch usually likes the gooner bait, and because they found out that you weren't the gooner bait, that's probably why they banned you. I wouldn't surprise me.
Get off. But we were like, let's see if we could like bait anyone. So I wouldn't talk for a couple minutes and see if we could like bait someone into the stream who thinks that was like the girl playing or whatever. But I remember they banned me for that stream. I don't remember for how long. If it was... I think it was like a 3-day ban, like it wasn't like a big deal or nothing, but they did ban me for doing that, for sexual content or whatever they want to call it, right? But from what I can tell from looking at her clips, and I went to her channel and I looked at a couple of her clips and past broadcasts or whatever, I would say what I was doing in that stream and just a normal Wednesday for this girl, you know, like just like basically every stream that she does, not too far off from what I was doing in that stream, and they banned me for that, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty much the same shit, honestly. And they just made her the face of fucking Twitch, so I'm just getting mixed signals on that one, you know, maybe a little clarification will be good. You know, I mean, you do have to factor in that I'm a male, so that means in the eyes of Twitch, I'm automatically scum. You know what I mean? Actually,
well, that's not necessarily true, because they have Hassan Parker, and unfortunately, we have Asmongold, who I would consider even bigger scum than Hassan Parker. Like, Hassan Parker is just a lol cow after he shocked his dog. No one really cares about him anymore. I still don't think Hassan is a good person. I still don't like him, but he's, you know, like, the worst case scenario of Hassan is, like, you know, maybe shocking his dog, and then maybe going to like a Diddy party, or maybe going to like a brothel and he didn't even know the ages of the people involved, and also like spewing terrorist propaganda. That's like the worst of Hassan. The worst of Asmongold and his orbiters is defending pedophilia, saying that like everybody that isn't white is inferior to you. Just like dog whistling constant white supremacy and like alt-right talking points, and like guzzling Trump constantly, despite the fact that he is most likely a pedophile on the Epstein list. And defending Lolicon and like all these orbiters having discords that are just unsafe for children, like Nuxtaku and Leaflet. So
we'll do a little exercise together, right? Okay, so if you happen to have shoes on right now, I want you to take your shoes off. If you don't have shoes, I want you to, go to the closet and grab a pair of shoes, right? You just need one shoe, actually, okay? And once you have your shoe, I want you to flip it over, okay? I want you to look at the bottom of your shoe, right? I don't know how clean or dirty your shoes may be, but I'm sure somewhere on your shoe, there's a little bit of, a little speck of dirt on your shoe, right? You see that little speck of dirt? That's what Twitch thinks of me as a male on their platform, okay? And actually, most of you, too, probably. I mean, I'm assuming probably like 99% of the people watching this video are also male, so that is what
he guessed the obvious, I suppose.
Twitch thinks of us, okay? But honestly,
I don't know. I don't necessarily think that's what Twitch thinks of me. I do think Twitch communities are cringe, but that's more of the community and not so much the people running Twitch, though you could say that the people that run Twitch are also very incompetent, sure.
That might be the only difference that I can come up with between me and this girl, and we've seen the results. I will never forget when the CEO, I forgot his name, you know what I'm talking about, the old guy,
Dan Clancy,
was doing that promo for the new feature on Twitch with the stories or whatever, and he showed his phone off, and it was his account, he was signed in, and literally he only followed hot tub girls, like
of course, hot tub gooner bait. Yes, that was a big self-report.
It was like 10.
Dan Clancy wants to ruin his marriage. Wasn't Dan Clancy... I could be wrong, but like I could have sworn Dan Clancy was caught partying with like a 19-year-old girl while he's like 60 or whatever. Like he's in his 60s and he's like partying with a 19-year-old girl. Listen, if they wound up doing anything together, I think that's extremely immature and kind of gross. I'm not going to lie, like, because Dan Clancy's in his 60s. But it's not that deep because at the end of the day, she is a consenting legal adult. So that's not the same thing as predatory behavior, I would say.
I can't believe they like willingly posted. They didn't like redo it and like, hey, dude, this is like weird. Like maybe we should mix it up a little bit. I can't believe they just like, nah, fuck it, just post it, whatever. At the end of the day, I guess it's still better than the last ambassador that we. What exactly was the last one? I don't even know what her official. Wait, was it a her or a him or a them?
I don't fucking know. There's so many Twitch ambassadors at this point. Recently, there was drama I tuned into with a Twitch ambassador where he got very upset because somebody said that all nurse mains are gay, and he virtue signaled about it. It was in the Dead by Daylight community, so that's always good fun slop.
Hey, I don't know. You remember the deer girl? Was it? I don't want to be rude. Maybe it wasn't a girl. It was the deer person or whatever that thing was. That was the previous like head of safety. I think they got fired. I don't think they still hold that position anymore. But
I don't know. I don't think they do. I know the person they're talking about. I think this was like very big news in 2020, and a lot of people kind of. I don't remember all the specifics of it because it's been like 6 years since it happened, or almost 6 years. But I'm pretty sure it was like a Twitch ambassador who said something along the lines of, I have power, I can do this, I can do that. I think it might have been like taken out of context, and I remember Asmongold getting very triggered about it, saying, as a white person, I find this very offensive, or whatever. It's like, maybe Asmongold always was like a right-leaning cocksucker, but he never became, I think Asmongold has always been like a normal, I don't want to say normal, he's always been like conservative-leaning, we'll say. But I don't know if he's ever been as alt-right as he is now. Like, Asmongold has gone deeper and deeper into the pipeline. Now, like, Asmongold is, like, actually, like, a white I actually legitimately think Asmongold is a white supremacist. I don't think it's disproportionate to say that he is.
That was like the last announcement I remember from them. That was a couple years ago when they announced that, new employee or whatever. But this woman is an upgrade from that, at least. So, I mean, that's cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, man. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Were y'all familiar with this woman's work already?
No, definitely not. But I guess I'm glad I'm educated on it now, more than anything. Thank you, Birdman, for spreading the word about this lovely decision that Twitch has decided to make. And thank you for giving us something to talk about today.
Really,
even if it's not really anything that serious.
Wasn't, honestly. Like, I can't do that censorship, you know what I mean? I gotta see what's going on. So I had no clue who this lady was. I would have never known unless I seen the comments. I mean, you can kind of guess when you see her, I guess, but I would just think she was
maybe Papa Gut has that censor. We should ask Papa Gut. Like, we should like, honestly, here's what we need to do. We need to go to Papa Gut's stream, or go to Papa Gut, show like either a screenshot or like a clip of her, and then let's see if Papa Gut's like radar goes off. Like, you know how Tony Soprano in like The Sopranos has like a radar on him? Like, he's always like very aware of what's going on. He like picks up on like little cues when he's suspicious of a character. That's Papa Gut with OnlyFans models, basically. So what we have to see if Papa Gut's like radar goes off with like his intuition on the this OnlyFans Twitch ambassador, we'll say.
a regular
Or the adult films, even.
like e-girl, you know what I mean, or whatever. You know, they got a lot of those that are very similar to her. I didn't know she had such a extensive history. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it for the video, man. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Check out my last video if you missed it. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.
Alright, we're really doing anything to get our slot for the day. Holy fuck, dude. That was a very weird segment.